Okay, excellent. Welcome to my series about ComfyUI, the most powerful open source node-based application for generative AI. At the end of this video, you should have a working copy of ComfyUI on your own computer. Now, many people struggle getting ComfyUI to set up, so I'm going to go through this process and point out a lot of the details so that you know whether or not at least your computer is capable of this, because this is state-of-the-art technology at the time of creating this video, and not everybody's computers are quite capable of doing the most advanced things that you can do with ComfyUI, but I'm going to make it so that hopefully most of you can still at least participate up to a certain point. Okay, so to install ComfyUI on your own computer, go to the download ComfyUI. Okay, and now there are installers for operating systems. Now, I don't recommend using those. I recommend installing from GitHub. We will create a sandbox version of ComfyUI. This will give us good in-depth knowledge of how it works in the file system. It will also be easier to customize and repair if we break it. Now, before we continue, what's very important about ComfyUI is that you're going to be using a lot of disk space, a lot of GPU, and a lot of RAM. So ideally, you'd have a graphics card that will have at least 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Not all Nvidia cards have that. Many of the early 10 series graphics cards will have 4 gigabytes of VRAM or maybe 6. To know how much VRAM you have on your graphics card, if it's an Nvidia card, you've got this Nvidia control panel app on your computer. Down here, there's system information, and then if you just scroll down a bit, there is dedicated video memory. Mine says 8188, so I can consider that 8 gigabytes of VRAM. If you have less than that, you are going to struggle with most of the course, although the first few lessons you'll still be able to do. Another important thing is that you have a lot of RAM on your computer. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, even though it says I've got 54.8 available down here, but I did put 64 gigabytes into my computer. If you have 32 gigabytes, then it should be fine. I think 16 gigabytes, you might struggle a little bit. ComfyUI will use all of your RAM whenever it can. So the more RAM you got, the better. And finally, this is my computer. I have quite a few disks on here, and I have a certain amount of free space. But what I've done is I've installed a disk specifically for ComfyUI, and that's this here. It's a 2 terabyte drive, even though it says 1.8 terabytes there. This is a disk where I'm going to install a portable version of ComfyUI. And if you were to finish this course, you would likely have about 500 gigabytes worth of models and assets that you would have built up over time. So you need lots of disk space on your computer. Now, if you were to install the installer versions of ComfyUI, that's these ones here, download for Windows, and I'm not really sure what happens on Mac, but it works best when you install that into the C drive. And on my C drive, I don't really have 500 gigs available, and even so, it will put a lot of demand on your hard drive. So you don't really want to be taking away from your operating system. So install ComfyUI on its own disk so that you're not overusing your C drive, for example. So there we go. That's where I'm going to put my ComfyUI on a dedicated disk, which has plenty of space. I have a very large amount of RAM that I can use, and I have enough VRAM to do all of the lessons that I'll show in this course. Okay, so you are going to have different specs than me. Hopefully they are better, but if they are less than mine, don't worry, you should be able to continue, unless of course you've got a very low-end graphics card or you have no graphics card at all. So if you still want to continue, let's install it from GitHub. Okay, so this is the version that I'll be installing because it's the most configurable version. It means that I can easily get it to work on my dedicated drive. It's sandboxed, so it's easier to back up and restore just by copying files. Anyway, so I recommend using the portable version, and that's what we get from the GitHub page. Now, if you were to scroll down and find the dedicated install instructions, there are quite a few. Manual install there. There's a lot of information there to read through. You don't really have to worry about that unless you want to look into that yourself sometime, but I'm not going to show that. Instead, the easiest thing to do is to go into releases here and look at the latest release, which is 0368. And if we just scroll down a little bit, there are some files. That's these ones here. portable for an AMD graphics card, portable for an Nvidia graphics card. And this one here, CU28, this is actually referring to CUDA version 12.8. This is for older Nvidia graphics cards, such as 10 series, and they may not be able to run the latest CUDA version, which is 13, which is 0368 now supports. Okay, so we will be installing this one here. So click that so it downloads into your browser, and only click that one if you have an AMD graphics card with enough VRAM, and only click that if you have a 10 series graphics card, such as a 1060, 1070, 1080. And once again, a 10 series graphics card is really not going to work so well, and I'll get more into that in the next lesson. But anyway, that's the one I'm using, just a portable Nvidia there. Okay, so I've already done that. I've already downloaded it, just a little bit under 2 gigabytes to download, so it's quite a large download. Okay, so on Windows, you can just click it like that, and then press extract all, and then select the place that you want to save it into or extract into. And I'm just going to use my dedicated drive, which is my 2 terabyte drive, H colon I've written. So extract, and now that will extract, and that will take quite a few minutes. I'll just fast forward the video while it happens. Okay, that has extracted into my H drive, H there, ComfyUI Windows Portable, that folder, and that's very good. So all of the files that we'll be using are in this file system now, and it will even set up its own version of Python that it will use. Okay, so here we have some choices to start ComfyUI. So run CPU bat. This is very slow. You don't want to use this one. This will try to do everything on the CPU, and that's very slow. Run Nvidia GPU. This is the one that you will use. And if you use the AMD portable, then that would probably say AMD. This fast F16 accumulation, this is experimental. It works on models that use the FP16 data type. It's supposed to speed them up, but you do lose quality. So you can use that if you want, but this is the one I'll be using. Now also, since this is something that I'll use quite often, I'm just going to make a desktop shortcut. So right click, show more options, send to desktop. Okay, so there it is on my desktop. I'll just start that. Okay, double click, then ask me if I want to do that. I'm just going to deselect that and press run. Okay, so it's starting up. And there it is. Okay, and it's given me a default workflow. Now the different versions of ComfyUI might show different things. So in the next video, I'll rebuild this from the ground up, just in case it has shown you something different. But this, what you see here, is a very minimal Stable Diffusion 1.5 workflow. And it's very good just to begin learning from, and we'll look at that. But anyway, if that's not what you see right now, do not despair. We'll be building this in the next video. Okay. Now, when that started up, there was a console window behind it. Now this is the ComfyUI server process. This is important. You need this running, and that starts when you run that executable. And this is the ComfyUI user interface, and this is running in your web browser. That address there, http 127.0.0.1.8188. Okay, and since there's a server component, which is this running in the console, printing out logs as it goes along, and the user interface component, both of those things are working together. If you do close the user interface using that option, such as closing your browser, then you should also close that as well. Otherwise, it will just continue to run in the background. But anyway, that is a working ComfyUI. One important thing to note though, when it first starts up, if you are having problems, take note of the information that you see in the server process here. Here I can see that I have total amount of VRAM, so that's all good, plus total RAM. It's using PyTorch, that version 2.9.0 with CUDA version 13, even though it's just written as a 130 like that. It's detected my graphics cards, CUDA, on device 0, Nvidia GeForce RTX 4060 Ti. And that is all very good. If you are struggling with your ComfyUI still at this point, just take note of those things there. You don't want your VRAM to be extremely low. You want to be about 8 gigabytes or higher, and that will depend on your graphics card capabilities. Okay, and also I'm using CUDA version 13. That was decided because I downloaded this portable Nvidia there. If you remember backwards, there was Nvidia CU128. That's referring to CUDA 12.8. And that's what you would be using if you're using an Nvidia 10 series graphics card. Okay, so anyway, hopefully your ComfyUI is at this point. You won't be able to run anything just yet. There is still a lot more to do. We'll need to download a checkpoint, but hopefully you're at this point and we can continue. Excellent.